Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the Million Pound Mission Podcast. It's your buddy Adam, the PhD, the previously heavy dude, and this is episode number 160. It's like riding a bike. All right, so as always on Friday, no long intro, no theme song, no nothing, no sponsors, just me and you, about 5 minutes, and I got to be honest with you guys, it's like this. When I talk into this microphone, it's just me sitting in my basement, but I envision you sitting on the other side of this conversation, and we're talking to each other like friends, and I was trying to come up with like some really catchy meaning behind this episode, like, you know, getting outside of your comfort zone, trying new fitness things, but honestly, I feel like the theme is kind of you can't take yourself too seriously, so I'm just going to tell you a story. I thought it was kind of funny. I really enjoy making fun of myself. I like making other people laugh. And it's acting kind of silly. And, you know, if you guys are around me listening to the shows or if you see me do live casting, then hopefully you pick up on that a little bit. So we all get fired up about stuff, right? Like you see something like, yeah, that sounds like something I need to be doing. So I read a blog by a guy named Mr. Money Mustache, and I've talked about it before, but I really like his stuff, and he's big on bike riding. So I'm like, screw it. You know, my family and I recently moved. I'm only like a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles away from my fitness facility. I need to ride a bike to work. And I'm like, this needs to happen. So he makes some recommendations on bikes. So I go get it, you know, I use his affiliate link and I get a discount. And I buy this bike. So I pay $400 for this bike. And I know nothing about bikes. I'll be the first person to say that. Like, I know nothing about bikes. I've not rode a bike in 30 years. All right, 30 years I haven't done this. And now I'm like all in, and like after reading like a blog post. So I'm one of those people that people love to have on their email list because I buy things and I take action on a whim. So I got this bike, and I buy a helmet from the same company. We'll get to the helmet in a second. My God, that's a whole other funny story. So I get the bike in, and it says like 80% assembled. All right, cool. And it shows up, and I see all these like multi-step directions. I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to put this together. So for those of you that don't know, I'm not like the kind of dude that like I can't even check. Like, you know, I drive an electric car now, but when I had my truck, I didn't even know how to check the oil. Legit, I have no idea how to do any of that stuff. It scares the hell out of me. I will break it. I can barely operate the microwave. So I take it into a bike shop, have them assemble the rest of the 20% that wasn't assembled, like the wheels and the gears and stuff. So I go in and I pick it up, and I'm like, cool, let's do this. Now, when I bought the bike, I had the option of single speed or 10 speed. And I think I'm like, I don't need 10 speeds. You know, and single speed was half the price. I'm cheap, so that's the obvious choice. What I didn't realize is that, you know, the last time I rode a bike, I was 8 years old, and, you know, I probably weighed like 90 pounds or something like that. And now I weigh 220 pounds. And what I didn't understand was like multi-speeds makes it easier to go up things like hills. And in Indiana, there are hills. There are hills between where I live and where I work. But anyway, I digress. So the bike finally shows up, and I'm like, we're going to have a father-son moment. Father-son moment coming down the pipe, me and Henry. Let's go ride bikes, son. And, you know, the saying, like, it's like riding a bike. Well, that's some bullshit, because that was hard as hell. Like, it was not like, oh, I just automatically remember how to do this. Like, so I kind of get up on the bike, get my foot up on the pedal, throw the leg over, get up onto the seat, and I damn near bust my ass. And Henry is just like laughing. And then I kind of finally get up and I get going, and I'm wobbling. Like, those handlebars are going back and forth, and my 7-year-old is riding behind me, coaching me. Like, it's like the total reverse of every movie you see where like the dad is like cheering the kid on with the hand on the seat, like pushing him along, like, come on, son. So it's the opposite. My 7-year-old is like, and he's a big 7-year-old, so he's, you know, a large kid, but, you know, the 6'3", 220-pound dad is in front with the kid going, keep your wheels straight, Dad. You got this. You're not going to fall. Just be brave. You see my 7-year-old's yelling, just be brave. And so I'm going, I finally get going. And the very first hill we do, I'm like, screw this one-speed stuff. I'm walking it up the hill, by the way, Mr. Fitness Professional. So it was just kind of hilarious. But now we're doing bike rides. I got it figured out. I'm scared to death to go on a road. I'm afraid that I'm like just this giant target that people are going to try to hit. But now I'm riding to work. I use a trail, minimal roads. I almost got run over, almost got backed over in a parking lot my very first time riding to work. Not my parking lot, another parking lot. But it's been an adventure. So my helmet comes in the other day. This is the last part of the story. I know we're running a little bit long normally for the 5-minute episode, but I will continue to make fun of myself because this helmet thing, like I understand that bicycle helmets, you don't look like nobody's like they put it on like, damn, that was an upgrade. Like you look hot, you look sexy in that bicycle helmet. But I feel like somebody's playing a joke on me when I put this helmet on. I bought this helmet that's like, oh, that doesn't look like normal bicycle helmets. That looks a little bit different. That looks kind of trendy and cool, kind of hip. This must be what the cool people do. So I bought this special helmet. And what I didn't realize is that I have a giant head. Like I knew that, but when I put this helmet that's like a size XL helmet on my head, I don't know if you guys remember the TV show Chips, like the motorcycle police. So it's got this little like lip on the front, and I felt like I looked like a Chips bobblehead. Like legit, it was just this. I have a giant head. I have this giant helmet, this big like bulbous. It goes way out to the side. It's weird. It's mushroom shaped. I feel like I'm going to look like a penis riding a bicycle down the road to my work. And I started showing it to I started showing this to people. I even posted on Instagram. You can follow me at Million Pound Mission. Make sure you check my stories. That's where I get into this type of stuff. And people are like, that is the dorkiest helmet. Like normal bicycle helmets are dorky. This is like a whole new level, my friend. And so, so that's, I have not rode with that helmet going down the road yet. I'm going to go get a different one, I think, because I mean, as self-deprecating as I am, and as much as I enjoy making fun of myself and putting it on social media, like this is almost too bad. Like it is too embarrassing to even rock. Like I showed it to my wife, and she just busts out laughing. Like I walk in, and I thought she might be like, "Hey, let's make out," but no, she wasn't. She just laughs in my face, which isn't like an abnormal reaction. But anyway, so that is the bicycle story, and it's an evolving thing. I'm sure I'll wreck and crash a few times, but if there is a takeaway, don't take yourself too seriously. Get outside of your comfort zone, and ride a bike to work and buy a dorky helmet. That's all I got for this week. You guys had told me before that you enjoy a few of the storytelling episodes where I just kind of tell a few funny things about my life, and you guys know that I'm a real person. I'm not a $1 million brand. I'm not somebody that's fancy and famous. I'm just like you guys, and I'm just out there trying to tell my story to anyone that will listen. So that, my friends, that's it for this episode. I went 3 minutes over. I apologize for that. I will do 30 burpees as penalty for going over time. How about that? And I'll see you guys next week. I want you to have a great weekend. Focus in on being healthy. Maybe go for a bike ride with your family, and I may just see you on the trail. All right, my friends, that's it. Get out there and own it every meal, every workout, every day. I will see you on the next episode.